I don't like to be a hater. I don't. But you know how I have a strong disliking for Elon Musk.
Yes, he annoys you.
We've talked about this a lot. Like I don't know how smart he is or if he's an alien or whatever all the rumors are saying, but it just feels like a dude that got really, really rich and is now just messing with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's he never could be an astronaut. Now I got enough money, damn it, I'm an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never had friends. You know how the Zuckerberg created Facebook because he couldn't have friends? And now this dude has bought Twitter because he's like, he could never be trending. Now he's like, I control the trending. Like it just feels like a power move. So the fires that happened over the weekend.
Yes.
And you look at it and all these Teslas that are out here now.
Yeah.
And they like salt water and the battery.
Yes.
Apparently. And not just while it's flooded. It could happen later, according to what the news was talking about. Mm-hmm. Salt water and these batteries collectively together makes it possible to explode.
To combust. Yeah.
Put it in very, very easy math. These folks got a $3 million house.
Yep.
And they bought them a nice little $100,000 Tesla and put it in the garage, and it was in there in water and took down their $3 million house. Now, everybody's going to say they got insurance, they got whatever.
Still doesn't change.
But I just want to know.
Right.
As everybody driving around with their Teslas, is anybody out here side-eyeing Elon Musk now? Like, hey, man, you know how much it flood in Tampa? Mm-hmm. You know how many of them cars rolling around?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Y'all all on the powder keg trip? Ain't nobody else tripping? I know I got a neighbor that got one right next door to me, and I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that work here, there's like 5 Teslas that I see in the morning.
Yeah,
right.
It's crazy to think about those big-ass batteries, and you're putting it in your garage in your house.
But, I mean, it could be in your driveway. If it's in water, you know how many texts I put up the last couple weeks of flood water, because I've been like, yo, it's really getting worse. Yeah. Like 90 minutes of rain. And you know how many Teslas we see going through those water down in South Tampa?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep. I know.
Are y'all not nervous? I mean, Tesla drivers, if y'all got bigger kahunas than anybody.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no way I would be riding around in that car in Tampa knowing that everything floods every wet day.
Right.
Yeah, the more that I hear about Teslas, the more I feel like these cars are like a lot more of a nuisance than just regular gas cars. Just hearing about this with the saltwater stuff. And you know what? Like, you shouldn't have salt water on your batteries, so I could kind of...
You can't help it, though.
Yeah, you can't help that.
Yeah.
And like, if something floods, then like you should always have your car washed anyway. I heard that the salt water is bad for your paint and everything.
Man, I ain't worried about the paint. I'm worried about explosions.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
There's been a ton all over the Tampa Bay area.
It was 2 this weekend. The one house, the one house that was like big ticket, like where you just saw the front frame of the house.
Yeah.
But then there was another one that had like the garage and the whole flame. Yep. You saw it up to the second floor.
Yeah, the whole
like,
video.
bro, like, I'm just saying, Elon, I think you failed on this one.
Well, I mean, it's just those batteries in general. It's not just the Tesla batteries. It's certain batteries they just don't mix well whatsoever with salt water.
So man, these 2 fires had Teslas.
Do the EVs,
right.
That's the question I have. Do the EVs have the same problem?
I don't know.
Like the other electric vehicles?
I don't know, but I'm telling you this, we got behind it too fast. This is what I'm saying. Rich man come in and start telling us, ooh, I want to be an astronaut. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I want to make the new cars. Ooh, I'm building a new subway system in LA, blah, blah. It's like you can't just trust people because they rich.
It's those lithium batteries specifically.
Hold on, so
ain't that what's in phones?
No. Actually, yeah. But I think it's a different battery. Lithium batteries are in phones. I think it's a different battery in the Teslas.
They just don't mix with salt water in general.
I don't like it.
I don't know if I would be living in a flood zone A, B, or C and be driving around a Tesla.
But they're everywhere.
They are, definitely.
Especially in South Tampa. I'm like, yo, I would have woke up on Saturday morning like, babe, time for us to go get us an old Buick. Time for us to go get us a Chevy.
Yeah.
Get out of this EVs. Let's get back to the gas.
Honestly, why would you want a Tesla? They don't seem practical anymore. It's like you have to charge them every 3 hours.
It's the new car, dog. Everybody wants the
It's
new,
like the
the
cool
new
thing
hotness.
to have.
I get the thing that it's the new hotness, but I'm just saying this it seems like a real deal breaker as far as the conversation if you live here.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hit water at some point between the months of July and November.
So those EV batteries are lithium batteries. Out of 813, my friend has electric bikes that caught their entire house on fire in the flood.
Okay, so it's
lithium, lithium batteries.
But okay, so explain to me this, Batman. Why is it that we ain't never seen this happen before?
What?
Like, because we've had
Like
saltwater on flooding happen every time it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like rainwater, saltwater, storms. We've seen flooding happen. I haven't heard about any cars blowing up
with the gasoline
before now.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that before. And they're talking about, okay, the scooters do it too with the batteries. I ain't heard about that happening. So I'm like, why did that not make the news before this year?
Yeah, I just got a text. It says anything with lithium batteries will explode. Golf carts are included in the list. They were found all over the beach this weekend.
Oh my gosh! So those golf carts that you see driving around, scooting around.
Yeah,
those
all
are
around
flammable
That's
too.
okay. So again, Davis Island been flooded a couple times.
Yeah.
I still hadn't heard anybody's house burning down because they got a cart.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like something that just became news this past week.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it at all. I think maybe in Texas a little while ago, they were hit by a hurricane. I think I read a story, but I didn't hear about so many exploding.
You know what? You make a good point. Like Tesla's been out for a couple of years now, and we've been having hurricanes, and we haven't heard about this.
Haven't heard word one. And also, you haven't heard anything about any carts.
Yeah.
You ain't heard anything about any of those scooters that are around. Because lithium batteries, did we just give in the lithium batteries too heavy now? I mean, that just seems like a little weird to me. It was as I was going through the week, I was just sitting there, and because I was in here a lot, and not a lot of phone activity, but not a lot of stuff to do like contesting and whatever. So I was just writing down. I wrote down Teslas.
Yeah.
I wrote down Tocobaga Tribe. Shout out to Tocobaga Tribe.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's still, the reason that we haven't caught, a direct hit. But, I mean, thankful for them. We talked about bosses out there who weren't allowing their people to take the day. Yeah. Like they were making them come to work.
Right.
And I was kind of like, being, mean to the bosses, like, hey, you being insensitive. And then I needed one. Mm-hmm. I ended up here all day. And so I then missed the bridge that got shut down.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, literally at the bridge, and I'm the person that they're shutting down. They're crossing with the lights. You were the last one. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? I'm like, I just got off the air. He's like, dude, we know who you are, Orlando. You can't get across the bridge.
It's not safe.
And he said, it's not even up to us. He's like, we could easily call, because they were St. Pete police. Mm-hmm. They're like, we could easily call Chief Holloway, but this is the highway patrol. It's something totally different. You're not going to be allowed to get across unless you're in an emergency vehicle. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? He's like, you got to just hunker down over here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn. So I get back to the station. I haven't eaten anything. I'm working. I'm trying to find somewhere to stay. Finally find a hotel. Headed to the hotel over on Gulf to Bay, and there's nothing open because it is storming like 100-mile-an-hour winds, sideways rain, everything else. And I'm like, I got to find something. And I see a 7-Eleven open. And I'm like, oh, and I'm headed there. And then I see a McDonald's light down there. And I'm like, nah, that can't be open. And I pull down, man, that McDonald's on Gulf to Bay was wide open. And they
during the storm?
During the worst part of the storm. And I mean, they're like, all right, your order is $11. And they're slamming the door. And I mean, it's like, and so I'm like putting my card out there, and the dude is like, grabbed it and slammed it back. And then it's like, all right, here go your receipt, pull up front. And it was like that because it was so hectic. And I'm driving. Yeah. And it's really hard to do, like, follow your eating regimen when there ain't nothing out there and you haven't eaten all day. So I'm biting into the burger while I'm trying to find my hotel.
Yeah.
I'm eating, and I ain't ate a burger this way in a long time because it's like you usually eat it off the bun.
Right.
I'm just like, damn it, I'm eating the bun.
Yeah, you haven't eaten
And so I'm in the middle of like, I don't know if I'm going to blow away tonight. I'm going to have me a burger. And so I'm biting the burger, and I get in. I finally find my hotel, which honestly, I went a whole bunch of different ways down way too close to the water. I did not know where the hotel was. Finally find my way back around. And the lady is like, "Can I see your ID for this card?" Like acting like I stole this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not realizing why she treating me so like, like bad. And I know I don't look well because I've been, out in the storm all day.
In the elements.
And then all of a sudden I finally get checked in the room and I see the biggest blob of mustard and ketchup all over the front of my hoodie because I was eating it while I was driving and it was dripping, but I was already wet, so I didn't know. So I walked in looking like a homeless person.
You forgot how to eat for a second.
I was like, yo, she was looking at me like, this is not your credit card. Sir, you got to get out of here. And but I thought about it and I'm like, most people would call that boss who made them stay open a jerk because you're like, they're not able to get home. They're not able to do whatever. But then again, they were the only hot place to get some food in a whole couple miles.
Do you think
they probably cleaned up as far as finances are concerned. So is that boss a jerk or a genius?
Well, do you think that they maybe got stuck the same way you got stuck? Like maybe they were at work and then they couldn't leave?
Nah, bro, everything was shut down. Yeah. Everything was shut down. I mean, that was a business decision. To say, hey, we're going to be profitable. I mean, 7-Elevens usually are boarded up and gone, but these people were wide open. I was like, bro, they were the financial MVPs, I would think.
I still think
so. Is that jerk a genius?
I still think that's kind of wrong for that. If it's I would say like if you have a commission-based job, maybe. But like that's McDonald's. Like you're not making that much extra money for.
But you're providing a service, though.
Yeah, you are. But how many people really went to that McDonald's?
Yeah, it was packed.
It was packed. You had to wait line.
It was packed.
Okay.
It wasn't just me. Oh, that dude was wet from them in and out. He was wet. He because everybody was stopping. They were like, yo, they're still there.
The owner, it's a genius for anybody that's working. So more of a percentage of people that are actually out there.
Yeah. I still think that's a messed up move. That's a messed up move to make someone.
It sounds like they don't care about their employees.
Yeah, work during
but see, that's what I thought.
Like
but then again, if you own if it's Meredith's McDonald's and you're like, listen, nobody's gonna be open. We can ride this out if you guys want to.
I mean, if people are willing to volunteer, then yeah, good move. But like I'll just go to your example. In the morning, I called you to come over here. I told you that the bridge was closed. I was looking a different way, and you were just like, don't even come. The parking lot's flooded.
Yeah. Well, you got a car. I mean, bro, your car would have drowned.
But you were considerate of my car, what I had, and my situation,
and the fact that you stupid. I'm like, you gonna be out here. And I said it on the air. I'm like, I know Meredith is fighting water at the house, and Rich is somewhere outside redoing the Ray J video. One Wish with his shirt off out there, just dancing in the middle of the rain. I'm like, because he is the village idiot. I'm sure that's what they doing.
I would have came over here because honestly, in the morning, it was already pretty done, but there was places that were flooded, and yes, I do have a car that probably would have got flooded.
I wouldn't have made it.
People needed food. People needed gas to get around eventually. So it is a smart decision, even providing that service for people that were in desperate need for.
But I thank you for that. See, like I say, I always would have said you were a good manager, but you were a good manager to consider that I had a car and that outside was flooding, and you were like, yo, don't come in.
He just didn't want to be stuck in here with you. He's just lying your ass. Because the bridge is shut down. And he's gonna be like, God.
All right, boy, the bridge is shut down. I'm stuck with Rich.
Meredith not coming? Oh yeah, Rich don't come.
Like, nah, man, nah, that's all right. You stay home.